was a boy, a very strange, enchanting boy, who wandered very far over land and sea. Little shy inside of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he came my way. This he said to me: the greatest joy in life you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Black Runner Boy, he used to do the high jump, but they kept raising that boy's bar a little higher than everyone else's. He did the pole vault, but got scared of the heights he could reach. Did the javelin throw, but had trouble seeing that far ahead. He did the long jump, but he couldn't stick the landing. Couldn't find his foot. Had trouble standing tall, Black Runner Boy. He don't even run relay. No one's going to pass him the baton. No one's going to start his race. He doesn't get no running start, Black Runner Boy. Could barely afford his running spikes. Could barely afford his sneakers. And the boy's sneakers looked like they got barbed wire for shoelaces. Looked like they got bullet holes for ventilation. Looked like he tried to duct tape and hog spit his soul together. Looked raggedy, looked worn out. Looked like Black Runner Boy's dreams. All his hopes and aspirations, noose tied together into a miserable excuse for footwear, and I swear, them shorts, they so high, look like they trying to run away from them tarred, charred, scarred, and feathered legs with ashy, busted concrete cracked ankles, them crusty, cut-up-looking calves. Boy legs look like a cigarette butt, still trying to hold on to a flame. Poor kid looked like he'd been through war. Out there, wobbling on that starting line like it's the last leg of his race. I tell you all what the problem is. The problem is he's scared. He thinks there's a lynch mob out in the crowd. He thinks he Emmett Till. He thinks he got that Everett Gardner, Michael Brown asthma. But I'm gonna tell you all what he knows. That boy knows his race. And I don't know about you, but I know that child looked like he's ready to run. And you can tell too. He got that police siren sculpted muscle tone. And out of breath is starting to look natural on him. He proud too, wearing that jersey like it's the only reason he ain't shot yet. Like it's the only reason he alive. Like his blood can just get up and run without him, like a bullet can't cover 200 meters in 23.8 seconds. You know what, Black Runner Boy? I'm not trying to gun you nothing like that. I'm just trying to say, I used to be exactly like you. With fingers like knives cutting through the air, feet like wings flying down that track. You better pick that head up when you running, boy. You better breathe, boy, breathe, because you earned every breath, and that's a privilege for us Black Runner Boys. So you better get out there, you better run them hurdles, you better run until the track gets tired, run until them sneakers are blood soaked, run until them footsteps are bulletproof. You better run until you have a baton to pass, Black Runner Boy. You better get out there and run. Yo, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
He is I think the world slam champion, second in the world. That's a big deal, second in the world slam champion. So what that means for people who don't know, if you are a slam poet, that means you are competing in your performance with other poets. And what happens is they have 3 minutes, they put on their performance, and they get judged by people they don't know. And he won second in the world. And so I'm excited to give you Rashad Wright. Put your hands together for our brother.
Thank you. Right? Now we celebrated 7 days. We know the significance of the number 7 spiritually and culturally, but also it's 7 days from the 26th to the 1st for us to come together and celebrate these 7 principles in a cultural context. Right? During that 7-day period, we set up this table. And we have items and symbols on this table that represent the celebration of Kwanzaa, which is also called the Mbuza Saba, which is the system of Kwanzaa, meaning first fruits. Okay? On this table is what we call the Mkika mat. Can everybody say Mkika mat? Yeah. Thank you. I always see the children don't get those. Is that one? Right? And the Mkika mat is the foundation for everything that we're going to be doing with Kwanzaa on this table. Right? But it's also the foundation for what we call the Kanara. Can we say Kanara? And that's what you see holding the 7 candles, okay? The Kanara not only holds the candles, but it's also the ancestral realm for which we have our ancestors coming into this space that makes it possible what we call the Shumasabas. Can we say Shumasabas? That's what the 7 candles are called, right? And out of these 7 candles, we have the first candle for the first day, which is what? Emoja, Sanjay Sana. Then we have the second candle, the red candle, which is what? Kujijakulia. Then we have the third day, the green candle, which is what? Umjima. Then we have the fourth day, which is red candle, which is what? Ujamaa. Then we have the 5th day, which is what? Then we have the 6th day, which is what? Then we have the last day, which is what? Imani, right? So that's all 7 days of the Nshuma Sabbath. Now we got our foundation, we got the Kanara to operate from, we got our 7 days and 7 principles that we can operate from. We done got all that done, and now we want to make sure that we have our mosaics, right? Which are fruit and vegetables, which have been provided to us from the community as a whole, because it takes the community, starting with our children, to go out in the fields and make sure the harvest is going in so that we can eat, right? Not the Chinese store, not crack dollars, right? In our own home, in our own yard, we can grow our own food. So the harvest is the mosaics. Everybody mosaics. And I just mentioned to you that guess who's going to be the first ones out in the field, along with the elders and the children and the adults, is the community as a whole. But our children should be the first ones to learn how to take care of ourselves. So we have what we call the Babanza of the Hindus, right? And that is our corn. And however many ears of corn you have, or how many ears of children you have, determines how many ears of corn you have. So can we say Babanza? All right? So we have our Babanza, we have all the other items, and now we want to celebrate the harvest. We want to honor our ancestors. We want to give praise and respect. So we want to pour libation, and we're going to use our Ki Kuchamba Emoja cup. Can we say Ki Kuchamba Emoja cup? Ki Kuchamba Emoja cup. Thank you, Asante Sama. So we're using that to pour libation, right? To also water our harvest and to make sure that everything flows evenly. So the children have done such an amazing job that we as adults, parents and guardians, are going to sit down with them and create a gift for them, right? We're not giving that 2000 iPhone and others can afford, right? We're going to give them what we call zawadis. Can you say zawadis? And zawadis are gifts, right? And I know everybody can do this. We're going to get a book about us. We're going to purchase a book about us, right? And we're going to read with our children for 30 minutes every day. Now, I told you already to do that. Always going to do it, right? Come on, we can create. So, and our children are the main ones clapping over here. You just can't see them, right? So the zawadis are gifts. And more importantly, everything up here that we do is passed generationally to our children. And our children are called Watutus. Can we say Watutus? And we honor our Watutus by teaching them not just about Kwanzaa, but teach them their culture and their history each and every day. Those are 7 items and symbols. Then there's 2 extras. The extra one can be our red, black, and green flag, which is in the front, right? Red stands for what, family? Green Green stands for what? And that's right, don't leave out the money. And what's the last one? Black people, okay? And I mentioned it this. So these are all the items that we need to celebrate Kwanzaa, but more importantly, as Dr. Crane reminds us, these are the items that reflect who we are as a people. Family, community, and culture. And that's extremely important. Everything we do is about family, community, and culture. And don't let nobody tell you, which I hear too often, that the family's broken, the family's cracked, the culture's not there, the community's not together. I've been there, Mark. We had 5 days of Kwanzaa, and we've been here. All we've been talking about is family, community, and culture. And if you look around this room, whether it's Tanae, whether it's Parker, whether it's Rajal, whether it's RC, whether it's Mr. Wilson, whether it's Carl, whether it's Queen, whether it's Ms. Thorpe, and some of the people I don't know, almost everybody I just named represents an organization and a part of a movement in this city. Family, community, and culture. Then more importantly, all the work that we do goes back into our children because we're out there doing the work. We have to start somewhere, be creative with our Kuumba, and move everything we want to see happen forward. Don't tell me what other people are doing, tell me what we're not doing, and then we come to the table and we make it happen, i.e. today, Rosa Parks, Kuumba, okay? So, with that.